Heyo, what's up Repto fam? Welcome to another video. Welcome to my basement. If you guys are new here, this basement is all about reptiles. So if you see behind me, we have big cages with little reptiles in it. This one actually is kind of a little reptile right now, but we're gonna be putting a croc monitor in this big cage, a baby one. Obviously not a full-size one. Full-size one would be a little bit too big. We have over here, we got our tegu. This is Stumpy the tegu. We have our Aldabra tortoises down here growing. We have our redheaded cherryfoot tortoises down here. We have our Asian water monitor. What's up, girl? Hey, 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 what's up? Hey, what's up? You coming out to see something? Hey, you want some food? Hey, look at that. So we have that one, and then this one's obviously like a super flighty lizard. He's all the way there at the top, right there, hiding behind that stick, coming out to bask. That is a blue-tailed spotted monitor, not tree monitor. Take that out. We have cages here. We have Simba up there basking on his thing in his massive cage. We have a whole rack of them right here. We have Argy, the Argus monitor. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? This is Argy. And then he wants food. And then we have, hey. Oh, yeah, yep. You like to eat the camera. Oh, yeah, attacking the camera. Like, wham. This is a little Aki monitor right there. We have two of those in there, a male and a female. Hopefully someday they have babies. Are you guys going to have babies someday? You guys should. I'd love to have a bunch of little baby Akis. And we have the sulcata tortoises down here. What's up, buddy? They're obviously babies because full-size one doesn't fit in there at all, not even close. And that's not it. We have over here, we're incubating our eggs. Look at this. They're all incubating. Down here is almost 100% duck eggs. So we're really hoping that these guys hatch. That is the goal. Yeah, so we got to keep the water. We're going to be making merch with this light box here coming up. And then that's not it. We have our bearded dragon. What's up, Beardy? Whoa, why are you biting? Hey, this is actually a friendly Beardy. Okay, maybe not. What's up today? Why are you kind of like ornery? Huh? You're usually like super nice, but you seem kind of like a little bitey. I'm not gonna lie. We have that one, and then we have Pebbles. Pebbles is in here. Let's see if we'll get close to him without him running at us. He likes to run at us sometimes. So Pebbles is in there. That is a rhino iguana. Man, I gotta clean my glass. That thing made a mess. And then Aurelius is in here. He is not out. So this behind me is my entire basement zoo. We're working on it, we're making it fun, and that's what this channel is about, is just kind of like working with the animals. Today's video though, we will be feeding some of the animals, getting the tortoises, vegetables, and we're gonna try to get some meat for the lizards and stuff like that. But the bigger thing that needs to happen today is one of my buddies is coming over, one of my guys that work for me. We are going to be putting up an entire sheep pen because if you guys don't remember, I made this sheep pen and it's supposed to keep my dog in. My dog is ridiculously at getting out. We made it like 4 foot high or whatever, and then 3 layers of barbed wire. He's able to get out of it. So we're going to take everything down that we built. This sounds crazy, but to get to where we need to go, we can't give up. We got to keep working, keep pushing. What's up, Lakeland? Hey, why don't you have any clothes on? Hey, get upstairs. You're not supposed to have no clothes on. We can't give up on this. We got to keep working, figure it out. I don't want to have my dog on a leash, but I can't have my dog on the road, and I can't have him roaming around, and that's what Great Pyrenees like to do. We are now building this fence like cattle rated, and then putting heavier duty barbed wire across the top, and fingers crossed that takes care of the problem. If it doesn't, we're simply gonna just have to tie him up, which I really don't wanna do. That's not really what I wanna do, is have my dog tied up. I want him with the animals. He's really good with the animals. He loves being with the animals. That's what those dogs are just kind of meant to do, is just be with animals and protect them. So that is the goal for today. My brother's about here. He's gonna be going off to a job to work on something, But before he does that, we can unload all the fencing material on the trailer. So let's go. Wow, it is foggy. So we're in November right now. It's actually a pretty nice November day. I mean, it's probably like, I don't know, it might be like 35 degrees. So it's not like super cold, but it's very wet and misty. Look at what I just found. I just found an egg sitting in my yard. Boop. You guys want a farm fresh egg? That's how they come. Anyways, that's how you get farm fresh eggs. So you walk through your lawn. It's like an Easter egg hunt every day of the year. It's so exciting. So anyways, we have a beautiful day. So we got him on his chain right now, his cable, and so he's not able to run and roam around, but that's why we're trying to get the sheep pen taken care of, because we want to get him off his cable, right, puppy dog? Right, doggy dog. But that is why we're going to be working on the fence today, is to get him off of a leash, because we don't want to keep him tied up. Not a dog like that. We don't want to keep him tied up all day long and on a short little leash. We want him to be free-ish, not like super free, because they do roam way too much. But here's what we got. Paisley, tell us what we have prepared. Come on, what do we got? We have tilapia chunks. These bigger chunks are for the bigger lizards, obviously, and then the smaller ones are for the smaller lizards. And then we have all of our greens for our bearded dragon and the rhino iguana, and then all the tortoises. So here's the amount of greens that I typically go through per day, and then the lizards get fed like every 2 to 3 days typically. All right, we got Paisley behind the camera. She's being the videographer for this channel. So we're gonna start with the tortoises, with all the green eating animals, I should say. So first off, we're going to open the cage. Paisley, you wanna follow me around? Come over here and see what we're doing. Okay, so we're gonna be putting a little bit of the greens from each category into their green dish. You want some of these? Come on. Hey.
I can see the lizard.
Okay, here. You can see the lizard? Here, hold it up here, like right up here. Okay, we got Pebbles. Pebbles up here eating. Hey, don't trying to scare the camera. That's not gonna work for us. We know what you're all about. So anyways, Pebbles is gonna eat. Looks like he's being a little defensive right now. We gotta clean out his water. He put a bunch of dirt in it. Look at that. You put a bunch of dirt in there, Pebbles? Put a bunch of dirt in there? We're gonna spray down your cage, get you some humidity, bunch of things. All right, camera goes back to Paisley. There we go. All the way over to the next room. And we have our Aldabras. So, boop, boop. Get them some greens. And they all run away. Look at this. They're all always run away, because this is a little skittish breed. When they're babies, Aldabra tortoises are super skittish. Very, very skittish. So we're going to give them some greens here. Nice little pile of greens right there. And now we're going to shut the door. We got a redfoot. Redfoot tortoises. We'll pretty much take the rest of it. Hey, look at what we found. We found crawling on the ground. We got a beetle. Hey, point the camera. There you go. Look at this. So we're going to put that beetle in here. Oh. This is a superworm beetle. So these are the beetles that produce superworms. If you guys were wondering. So that guy goes in the cage. Bam. Now the next one we're going to be working with is the meat-eating animals. So here we have Argy. Let's see if Argy wants some meat. Here, okay, record the lizard. Come here, buddy. He's going to come up. Oh man, he took half the chunk off. We don't really want it off because we don't want him to eat the dirt. Is that good? So we'll leave that in there. He'll probably finish up that, And then that will probably be good enough to feed that little lizard. One of the reasons why we feed the lizards in the morning is why, Paisley?
Because they're hungry.
Well, they are hungry. But the other reason is because we want them to be able to spend the whole day under the heat lamp digesting their food so it doesn't rot in their stomach at night. So at night, obviously the lights turn off and we want them to be able to hit their proper temperatures so they can digest it. And if it doesn't digest like in the proper heat, it can rot in their stomach and it can cause problems. Right, Paisley? Yeah. So that's what we do and that's what we're doing. And if we look down here, look at these tortoises already chowing down on their meal. These guys love their greens and they eat a bunch. Especially this guy. This guy's growing quite a bit quicker than the other one. Well, maybe not quite a bit quicker. He's always been bigger. I'm hoping he's a male and she's a female. Because then someday maybe we can have babies. Maybe? Maybe? Hey, what are you looking at? Huh? You got a piece of meat stuck in your throat? Yeah, you gotta work that thing down. What's up there, lizard? You trying to see what we're up to? You trying to come say hi? You trying to come say hi? Yeah? I asked Paisley where the lizard was at. She said, the lizard was on my head. I guess she was right. Okay, come on. Wanna go back in? There we go. It's crazy that these things know what their home is, what their cage is, and they will come out and explore and say hi and you want some you want some water? My bad. That was a little bit too much. Do you like the water or not? I can't tell if he likes the water or not.
Oh, look at there's spiders. Are those spiders?
We're gonna just keep spraying them.
Hi, Sea Daddy.
It's raining. Especially if you have a sulcata tortoise, spraying their food is super helpful because these guys don't really drink a lot. Like, some people will say they won't even drink at all. They don't ever see them over in their water dish. Mine seem to do just fine with the drinking part, but still spray their food. Spray all your tortoises' food. I like to spray their shells down, but you know, so far, I think we're making really nice looking shells with these tortoises. They seem to be developing really well. Nice and round. They don't seem to be pointy or spiked or anything. And yeah, so we just want to add some humidity to their cage. Spray the whole thing down right under the heat lamp. This will all turn into humidity very quickly. And it'll dry out by the next day, which we don't want them to be like soggy, but we definitely want them to have some humidity. So this is kind of how I go about doing it. But as you see, that tortoise just went into the pond and is climbing around. All the basement animals got taken care of. So now the next thing is just basically getting everything ready for outside and taking this whole cage apart, this whole fence apart, I should say, that we put together. And now we're gonna take the whole thing apart and reinstall it better than how we made it. Hopefully, fingers crossed, this works, because if this doesn't work, man, I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss. So there's certainly other things that I think I could do, but we're running low on ideas, that's for sure. We're gonna do a segment called Do Chickens Pay for Themselves? This one's kind of interesting. We sell our eggs for $4 a dozen, and we get about 35 eggs a day currently right now. So, you know, we basically sell our eggs off, and then the other factor is the amount of food that we get. What are you doing, Paisley? Are you being silly? So we spent last month about roughly $160 on food, and we made well over that in our eggs. So we're, you know, as far as the food to the egg ratio, we were doing really good. But now you have your startup cost of feeding those chickens for like 8 to 9 months before they start laying their eggs. You have the chance of them dying once you buy the chicks. Then you have the cage setup and the cage build. That's going to take a while to technically pay itself off. that's going to take a while for it to technically pay itself off. So you have all these factors, and the answer is no, chickens really don't make sense if you're trying to make a profit off of them. If you're trying to actually, you know, basically make money off of chicken, not a great business to go into. But if you want to break even, I think the valuable thing to breaking even is the amount of chickens you have and if you can free range them. If you can't free range them, you're going to be going through a lot more food. The eggs aren't going to taste quite as good, and it's just overall not as good of a turnout as if you can free range them. My chickens free range all over my property. I don't seem to have any predators that have been killing them. I think my dog has something to do with that. We also have guinea hens that run around with the chickens and squawk and make a ton of noise. I've definitely seen them hold hawks in like trees. And then, yeah, so we feed our chickens. Obviously, you still need the protein and stuff in the food to make the eggs, to let them produce eggs. If you don't give them protein, then essentially they stop laying eggs. So you still got to feed them, unfortunately. They just can't do their thing on their own. So anyways, that's kind of the segment. Yes, we made money last month as far as the money we spent on food. And then you have, you know, all of the work that goes into it and stuff. But it's not all about money. Life is just not all about money. It's about, you know, enjoying things. It's about making life self-sufficient where you can feed your scraps to the chickens instead of throwing it in the trash, and you can get eggs from it, and you're getting a better quality egg, much better quality egg than in the store. So that's kind of the deal, and that's why we do it. It's also a lifestyle thing, and Paisley likes taking care of the chickens, right? It's actually really mommy's thing. Like, Isabel does pretty much most of the chickens. I take care of the sheep, the goats, the dog, the cats, and some other things. So, but the chickens are mommy's chore for the most part, unless you need some help, right, Paisley? Yeah. All right. We are now out doing the outside cage here. So my dog was able to climb through the barbed wire. We just already took one layer of barbed wire off. So there was a layer of barbed wire underneath this one, and then it was the fence. So 1, 2, 3 layers of barbed wire. And this heavy duty fence, still able to climb over it. So we're taking this whole thing apart, taking it all out. So I'm gonna just sit and time lapse the whole thing. And I got Solomon over here with the barbed wire. He's unraveling it as I clip the ties. Hey, he's okay. He's just playing. He's just playing. Right there, buddy. You're just playing. Why are you backing up? So anyways, we have taken all this barbed wire off and spooling it back up. It's not really the easiest thing to do, to set up the whole cage, take it down and redo the whole thing, but it's the right thing to do, so that's what we're gonna do. So anyways, time lapse, 3, 2, 1. All right, we've been working for several hours now. I'm not sure actually how long we've been working. We started at 10 and it's 3:40 p.m. now. So here's what we have. We have this heavy duty cattle fencing right here. And then we have layers of barbed wire all the way around. So everywhere we go, we have it. And then we have our barbed wire. And if there's any place that I feel like the dog can get his head under, we have wired it up so that it basically pulls it back. But I really don't think he's going to be able to get over this. So we have it all the way around. We have way more posts now than we did. And the fencing is way more durable. So the goal is to bring the dog in here. We're gonna get the sheep in here. And the goal is to bring him in, and then we have to go eat because I'm starving. I gotta eat some food. But hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have any more escapes, at least for a long time, and hopefully never. And if there's escape, I hope it's under the fence and not over the fence, because If he goes over that, I literally don't know what the solution is. What's the solution, Solomon?
Shoot him.
Shoot him? Okay. So that is certainly, I guess, a solution. I don't know if that's the best solution. So I've moved everything away from the fence, so hopefully he can't climb onto something and then climb over. The only thing that's left that I don't think he'll be able to do is if he was somehow able to climb onto this thing and then climb onto the pad and then jump off. Custer's in here acting a little pouty. Yeah, you already checking out the fence to see if you can get over it or not? And you guys are waiting for your water. So we have several of the sheep. That is Fatty. That one is Beatrice, the white one over there. And then we have Dingleberry and Lulu. Here's the design that I decided to go with. It's the double gate system. So I can close the gate here and basically drive in, open that gate, and then keep the animals contained this way. Obviously Custer can still go through this gate, so I probably should put some of the fencing on here so that he can't get in. But then this basically opens up, so if I drive the Kubota in, I can open my door, have plenty of space, so we have it basically kind of warped around here, and then I can put my dog food or whatever feeds that I want in here, and then obviously come into here. Right here, we have all of our electricity run all the way down from the bottom. So our light will turn on pretty soon. So we have our night light, and then just add the water into here for the animals. And it's a pretty good design, I think, overall. There you go. You guys are all full of water. Throughout the past couple hours, I've been checking on Custer, and Custer has been staying in his cage. He hasn't been able to get out. He's like climbed up and tested everything and looked around the entire cage. And we got my little Sayla girl that wants to be on the video. Hi, Sayla. So anyways, tonight is a good night as far as him staying in the cage. That's a big reliever if he can stay in there, and that solves the problem, because man, it really is not fun rebuilding cages and then realizing the whole thing doesn't work. So anyways, I'm gonna go do a workout tonight, then I'm gonna take a shower, and as you hear, it's bedtime. It's bedtime, Say. That attitude says it's bedtime. So anyways, I will see you guys on the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Subscribe, check out our other videos, and comment your favorite reptile down below. Once again, have a great day.